Hey, what's up guys, Evo94 back with another action figure review. Today we're looking at the Hasbro Star Wars, the Black Series carbonized version of Darth Vader. This is based off the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, as you see there. And if you guys aren't aware of the Carbonized series, they started this last year back when The Mandalorian came out. So they made The Mandalorian, they made a Jet Trooper, they made a Sith Inquisitor, and now they recently made a Boba Fett, this Darth Vader, and a Stormtrooper. As we can see, it is still the original packaging. It's not in the new one yet. I wonder if they're going to do Carbonized Black Series in those new updated package designs. That'd be interesting. And on the back side, we get some more Vader. And we have a read-up that says, once a heroic Jedi Knight, Darth Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, became a Sith Lord, and led the Empire's eradication of the Jedi Order. So here we have our carbonized version of Darth Vader, and it's a hint of bluish to the black here. It's pretty much what we see. It's like a metallic blue is what the entire figure is made of. So Mandalorian was more of a metallic paint job. The Stormtrooper was just straight up silver, so that was just 100% metallic, and so was the Inquisitor. The Jet Trooper was kind of like glittery white. So this whole carbonized thing, I think it's mainly to appeal to mint on card collectors. It definitely looks good in the box and just to display in the box. But once you open it loose, it's not going to be accurate. You don't see this Darth Vader in the show or in the movie or anything. Unless you're a completionist or you just like weird stuff like this or different things like this, then this might not be for you. This Vader is a new sculpt, kinda. I think it uses some parts of the previous release, but it does have some new tooling. It's got some new articulation too, so they did change. It's not just a repack. Alright, so here's a closer look at the Vader. So there's the helmet and the face mask, of course. It looks good. There's the back. The fabric soft good is actually more thick and nicer quality than the previous Vader, so that's nice. Here's the armor beneath it. We get the torso and the belt onto the legs. So they have pretty much perfected Vader at this point. And I do want to say, I think this might be the one that came in the 40th anniversary vintage retro card release. I haven't gotten that Vader yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be the same figure. And I'm also going to assume that it is the same figure from the Mandalorian Beskar Armor Wave. Here we have his lightsaber. So even the lightsaber gets a metallic paint to it. This is kind of warped. It's just how it came out of package. And there's the blade right there. This one also has a loop, which I like the loop. I do not like when they do a giant peg and then they just have us peg it onto the waist. I like the realism to this because this is how they actually do it in the movie. So we just hang it there and there you have it. And he can hold the lightsaber just fine in his right hand. You can also try it in his left hand, but this is more for a force choke. His articulation, we got the head moving up. It does move up, but then it kind of goes back down, so it's not a crazy range there. He can look down, he can go left and right. I'm kind of interested what the head is, but it doesn't want to pop off for me. So it swivels left and right. The arms go forward and back. They go in and out about this far. Nothing crazy. We actually get butterfly joints, so that's something new. They didn't have this in any of the previous Vader releases. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is there. There's the butterfly joint. It's there. It does help a little bit, so it's better than not having it. It's not heavy and deep like a Spider-Man butterfly joint, that's for sure. We don't get a bicep swivel, but we get a deeper single joint to the elbow that bends just as much as a double joint. So that's much deeper than previous Vaders too. We get a wrist swivel and also a swivel at that elbow. There's a hinge at the wrist too. There's a lower diaphragm joint, it's like a ball joint at the waist that swivels the waist. It moves back and forward. The legs will kick forward and back, in and out. And we get a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. We have an ankle hinge and an ankle rocker at the foot. Here's our first comparison. I'll compare him next to the most recent Vader. And I want to say this is a New Hope version of Vader. But you see the torso piece is different. It's much bigger on this figure. I want to say the waist piece and the groin piece are the same. The boots and the shin guards look the same too. The legs look the same. Now the upper chest piece, which goes onto the shoulder, that is definitely different. And the helmets look similar but different at the same time. It's very hard. I mean, you can't really change Vader too much. Fabric definitely is much better on the carbonized version, and then the elbow joints are deeper on the carbonized version, and we get the butterfly joints there. There he is next to the very first Vader Black Series figure that we got. This is the one that actually had the removable helmet with the exposed head, and that's the only one that they have released like that. And then this is the same sculpt as that Vader that I just showed, the very first Vader they released, but they did not make a removable helmet here. This is the Waterlands exclusive Emperor's Wrath version, so it's got the see-through transparent head sculpt with a skull showing there when he's getting electrocuted. And here we have him next to the regular new Darth Vader, which is the same exact sculpt, same figure. It's just this is the non-carbonized version. There's the big difference side by side. You can clearly see the difference in the color there. And there he is next to the new Stormtrooper and next to the older Stormtrooper. And I'll throw in this Mandalorian because this is the carbonized Mandalorian, the only carbonized figure I have opened except for this Vader now. And among all the carbonized figures, Mandalorian is definitely the best looking one out of package. You can get away with this figure being the regular Mandalorian. It still looks screen accurate, doesn't look bad, it's metallic, it's nice. Here's the regular Mandalorian. And then here is the Battle of Endor version of Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. Here he is next to a Marvel Legends Star Boost Iron Man and a random Marvel Legends Moon Knight. For G.I. Joe, I'll put in the Destro figure. And then lastly, as random as can be, here is Goku. Alright guys, and that does it for my review of the Star Wars The Black Series carbonized version of Darth Vader. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, have a great day. Bye.